Welcome to JG Cards. Right, I've tried to make the start of this video about 10 times. I'm not lying, bro. Because every time, yeah, I go to say what I'm going to say, yeah, I like mess it up and talk wrong, yeah. Right. So, we have some Pokemon cards here, yeah, right? And there is a reason why I'm making this video, right? Because there is opportunities that you can make on the internet, yeah? There's opportunities. So when you're a person that goes to buy out of print product or whatever, and you have a ability to find things that you may discover before other people, yeah, that is obviously something that you want to get on before someone else gets on it before you, right? So for example, if you say see a card and you think, oh, this card's cool, you know, I might buy 50 of this card, 100 of this card. Like, I literally brought 42 of the same card of another card, which I will do a video on when they do arrive. Right, I brought 42 of the same card. 42 of the same card, right? You can guess on how much I paid for them, yeah? Slap a comment below, yeah? And guess how much I paid for 42 cards of the same card, right, that I bought recently. So, basically, right, if you have a look on card shops, card stores, whatever, wherever you go, eBay, this even can be done on eBay. So, like, if someone is a seller on eBay, they might have a website, and then they might sell on the website, lower price, or whatever that you got those cards for. So, for example, these specific cards, I paid 65p each. So 65p each, that's probably around, I don't know, 90 cents in America if you're an American viewer. So less than $1, yeah? Less than $1 per card. Less than £1 in England per card, right? So, you probably think, well, what card were they? I'll show you what card they are later in the video, but this is basically just like a story, a scenario. So when it comes to buying out specific cards or making positions on certain items, if you like that item, yeah, then go ahead and buy as many of that card as you can get while it's available. Because in the scenario of this specific card, booster packs are like 15, 20 quid. Now, yeah, it's a 15, 20 pound booster pack, but how often do you actually pull a holo out of a booster pack? You know, if a booster pack has a ratio of 1 in 3, and you break 3 packs at £60, yeah, let's say for example you break 3 packs at 60 quid, that means you're potentially getting one of these holos that are basically I'm going to show you, right? One of these holos. So out of breaking 3 packs, there's a potential chance that you could basically pull a holo. Now, you might not pull anything. Now, to pull the same holo 50 times, obviously, it's a very difficult scenario, right? So, the reason why we went ahead and purchased these is because I seen a large potential in the item that I was buying. Right, now, obviously, the condition varies because I couldn't see the condition on what I was buying. But the ones in the back that are here, yeah, these ones in the back are probably like around a 9... probably 9, right? If you said like grades, so I'm gonna say like a couple companies because obviously it depends on which company's grading it. Right now, obviously PSA doesn't really usually use half grades, but I would say that these are like 8.5 to 9. Like, they are that condition. There is probably some that might get a 10 just because they do look like they don't detract from the way the card looks. Yeah. So, for example, to get a card that may be 5, 6 years old, it's not even been stored in a sleeve, right, and it gets sent to you, it's got no holo scratches, yeah, and obviously it's a holo, yeah, this is another thing that I'm giving away right now, it's a holo, right, obviously I paid such a low price for them, so I brought as many as was available, or as many as it had let me buy. Now, there's a few different scenarios that also go into this, yeah, that there's cards out of these Pokemon cards that basically don't have many specific actual cards. Like, that Pokemon is not on many cards, so it's kind of, it's only in a certain amount of like what's the way to say it? So, like, say Charizard. Charizard has like 250 cards that exist with a Charizard on it. If you go down to like a Rattata might have, I don't know, 15, 20 cards. So when you look at like the type of the Pokemon and what the Pokemon is, and the amount of cards that it's actually had over the lifetime of that Pokemon, obviously it's not. Something can be a fan favourite, something might not be, but these cards I personally like. So I obviously went and bought personal cards I like, as I think buying things you like gives you more, you're more revealed to hang on to it as well. So obviously we're going to start with this question as well, because my friend asks me this question. He said, oh, he knows I invest in Pokemon. He goes, oh, what do I buy? And he always has that excuse, oh, I don't have enough money, yeah? I haven't got enough money to buy specific cards or whatever. So he thinks you need hundreds of pounds, and I was like, if you give me £100 right now, I get you a box here that you'll be laughing on in like 2 years, yeah? Like, you'll be laughing on it, right? And he's like, oh, I don't want that, like. I'm like, well, what do you want then? The difference is, yeah, is I can get you a box, yeah, that you'll be laughing on. Like, you literally be laughing on, yeah? You know, you buy it, yeah, and in 2 years you'd be laughing, probably double your money, maybe triple your money on it, yeah. Now, obviously, that's if depending on the way the market goes. It's not a guarantee, but you know, it's something still that I said to him, like, yo, yeah, this is something I'm willing to do for you, yeah, blah blah blah, but not willing to play ball, yeah. So it's, how do you help them, yeah? Someone who's trying to ask you for help is like, you know, they're getting stuck when they've got an excuse to basically throw back at you. So for £10, you could basically buy. This total purchase here cost me £15.85. That's exactly what it cost me. £15.85. Now we'll go into the cards. Yeah, most of the people are probably not here now, and you know it's 7 minutes in. These are the cards. What the cards are. So I'll show you what the cards are. So here we go. Yeah, this is what the card is. So the card is a Politoed, right? And it is actually from X and Y, right? And it is a Cosmos holo, yeah? They don't print this kind of holo anymore. These are actually really nice cards. There's not one, but there's two, there's three, there's four, five, there's six. So this is like penny stock investing, yeah? It's like, it's not a penny stock, but you know, it's a 65B card. It's under £1. Now the difference is the card isn't worth 65p. The card is worth more, right? Is if you go on eBay, you find these like for £3-4. It's basically someone had them underpriced. As the market's changed, the booster box price has gone up. They obviously forgot to change the price of the actual cards that they've gone to buy. Yeah, like when they listed these, they might have listed them 6 months ago. So the difference is those cards have obviously appreciated in price because the booster box has gone up. So it's kind of pulling the price. As the booster box price goes up, the cards in the box should incline with it to a certain point. Yeah, obviously Politoed is not the best card that you can get out of the booster box, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. Now here's another one. So this one is a Slowking. Yeah, I really like the art on this. He's in a field of flowers and he's basically sniffing the flowers. Yeah, you can see like, it's like he's smelling the air. Yeah, basically, right? So this is a nice card. It's a blue card. I do like blue cards. I do like to collect blue cards. Blue cards, I would say, is probably like my favourite colour in anything, yeah? Right? And obviously, here's another one. So, a scenario about this specific Slowking. I bought this for 65p each. And as soon as I brought these for 65p each, and I brought 10 or 9, I think it was, what happened was the shop that was selling these spiked their price instantly to £4.29 per card. So obviously they knew that this is obviously an undervalued card. That's why they shot the price up. So it's the same scenario. So everything in this bag, yeah, is like, this is basically how I've been storing some cards, some storing some holos. Obviously I'm going to proceed to buy out as many other cards like this as possible, yeah, as what I see potential in. And you've got another Politoed here, yeah, which is, I think this is actually Furious Fist. That's why it's got that, like, the fist symbol on the bottom, yeah. But this is another Politoed. There's another Politoed, a Slowking, Another Slowking, another Slowking, another Slowking, another Slowking. Obviously, these aren't fantastic condition. Not every single one is the same. I'll just spin them over real quick. That's a brand card. So if you look at the holo on these, the holo is actually really nice. Yeah. So the front of the card is actually like a really good card. It like don't detract from the card. There's a slight print line on this one, where it's there, slight scratch, which is not too bad. Yeah, for like a card that was basically that clearly you can tell that it's not been stored in a sleeve, because when I buy them, yeah, they didn't arrive in sleeves. They wasn't sleeved up. There was just like a brick. So this one obviously has whitening on it, but you know, here again, you obviously have a one print line on this card. Obviously, this set wasn't immaculately printed, right? Now, obviously, you could say that Slowking might not be one of the favourite cards, but or a specific Pokemon that people like. But I think this card's pretty sick, and you know, to be getting them at a cheap price, yeah. So the other one here is Tyrantum. Now, I don't think this Pokemon has ever had another card since this date of him getting a card like this. I think that this Pokemon could be really good on a full art. I don't know if Pokemon would proceed to do a full art of Tyrantum, but maybe that's something they should look into doing. So obviously I went ahead and purchased as many as these as I could buy at the time. Yeah, I still think that they have many of these in stock. Right, this one's got a swirl on it. Yeah, this, you know, it's the same kind of holo. They don't seem to proceed to do this anymore. It's more of the V cards and all that stuff. But obviously, if you go through the backs, they're not the best condition cards. I would say they're like 8s. But it doesn't matter for someone that is basically trying to buy and sell these cards. Like, at the end of the day, you don't have to grade cards to be able to sell them. You just buy something low, and then you basically sell it a bit higher when the price of the box goes up. This one's got a white bit on the corner. Right, and obviously it's a bit of whitening down here. So they're obviously not the best. They're probably like 8s, but even still, if you went and graded all of these, I obviously wouldn't advise that right now while the grade times are ridiculous. But, you know, if there was a time where you would just keep constantly picking these up, there's a time where in the next 2 years or 3 years, these could be £10 a card. Now, you've got to think, if you're buying them at less than £1, £10, £10, £10, that's easily, you turn in £5 into £100. But people don't think like that in the Pokemon community. This is why I waited till like the end of the video to basically state this, because most people are stupid and they don't realise what they're actually doing in the Pokemon game. That's why they just decide to, you know, follow the chase cards. Every chase card that is basically available in every new set, that's what they like to chase. And to be honest, there's a lot of holos that are underappreciated, and I do think have potential inputs, big potential to rise. Now, I do really like this Politoed, and I probably will proceed to grading all of these Politoads, even if they come back like 8s and 7s and whatever, because I like the card. You know, it's just one of the thing is where you used to get, I think you used to evolve him a certain way in the game. I used to forget it was a Poliwhirl, and you used to give him something or something, and then basically used to evolve that way. But Politoed was always my like favourite out of Poliwrath. I used to get bored of having Poliwrath, so I used to basically get Politoed. Politoed hasn't got many cards, and I really like this one, and I think that it's quite a good card to have. So, you know, if you find this video useful, yeah, you don't need loads and loads of money. Obviously, people are stating in Pokemon right now, there's a person stating in Pokemon like you shouldn't hoard cards, or shouldn't hoard boxes, or shouldn't hoard sealed products, but at the end of the day, that's what everyone's been doing since first edition, and that's why you've got events like Logan Paul doing 25th anniversary box break first edition, because people hoarded them boxes. That's the difference. There's still sealed boxes out there, so them people that want to do sealed packs, sealed box breaks, you know, stuff like that, that's the reason that they're getting like that, is because people hoard products. So, you know, you can see potentially investing in certain Pokemon cards if you want to do that, but you know, you don't have to take my word for it, or you don't have to copy what I do. You can do especially what you want. Find a card you like, buy all 10, buy 20 cards of it, 30 cards. Do the same thing, and it might benefit you in the time to come. So I'll see you in the next one. Peace.